All right, welcome. We're here in Bismarck, North Dakota, Legacy High School softball field here. Absolute magnificent facility here. Not just a softball field, but there's a football field off to our far left, a couple baseball fields right behind us, another softball field off to our right here, and I just taking a quick look around, including the concession stands. It's absolutely magnificent facility here. Props to those who put together the plan to make this happen up here in North Bismarck, the home of the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. And, well, one Legacy Sabre is going to be represented here in the All-Star Series. If you weren't watching yesterday, that will end up being Kaylee Weigel for the West squad. Let's see here. We're going to be starting our first event here in approximately, about 3 to 4 minutes. And that's going to be the fastest runner from home to home. And competing in that for the East and the West squad, for the, for the East, it'll be Grace Shear from Valley City, Peyton Richter from Central Cass, as well as Lauren Diemert from the West Fargo Packers. They'll be participating in the fastest runner contest from home to home for the East squad. And the same on the flip side for the West squad, it'll be Kaylee Weigel from Bismarck Legacy, Cameron Kuntz from Dickinson Midgets, and J.C. Rosted from Minot, and Phoebe Garman from Beulah. Those will be your contestants from the West side in the fastest runner home to home. So basically, if you didn't watch this last year, in a nutshell, all the players start at home plate. The coach will say go. They'll run to first, run to second, run to third, run back home. And then when they touch home plate, they'll stop the clock. They'll give out the time. And then the next runner will do the same thing. And then we'll do a process of elimination. I believe they did 2 rounds last year, and I think that's what they're going to do this year as well, to figure out who the first and second place champions are overall. I believe first and second will get some sort of an award or certificate for each of these competitions. We'll have the fastest runner. That'll be our first one. And then it will be an infield throwing accuracy contest, followed by an outfield throwing accuracy contest. And we'll wrap it up with everybody's favorite, the home run derby. And then after the home run derby, we'll do a quick recap of the skills competition. And then we will go off air and get things set up for the game 4 or game 3. No, game 4. It is Game 3. I'm off the mark a little bit here. Game 3 of the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Stars Series. We'll join the PA announcer, president of the ND Softball All-Stars, Tim Howell, right now.
And a modified home run derby to wrap up the skills competition today. We'll have individual winners in each of the 4 categories. We'll also have points for the teams based on individual performances. So we'll have individual winners and an overall team winner of today's skills competition. Last year, it was the hometown West squad that won the skills competition in the game over in Mandan. Shortly here, we'll find out if they can do it again. So again, we'll be starting in just a moment here with our fastest runner competition. They'll all go through the results. Will get brought up to the press box, and they'll be reported back to you shortly after each event. So sit back, relax, enjoy the sunshine, and enjoy the skills competition.
All right, that was your president of the Shields North Dakota Softball All-Stars organization, Tim Howe, announcing how this thing is going to work. And it's basically a much better version of what I shared with you just a few minutes ago. So, once again, we're about 60 seconds away from starting the first event, which will be the fastest runner home to home. The second runner will be the infield throwing accuracy. And the third contest of 4 will be the outfield throwing accuracy. And then the fourth and final one will be modified home run derby. And we'll see what modified is once we get to that portion of the skills competition. Once again, Game 4 will be on coming up here at about 5:30. And I keep saying Game 4 because I confuse the skills competition with Game 3. So it's actually Game 3 coming up. The West, well, they got 2 back after trailing 4-0 all-time in the series to the East squad in the series. West would get 2 two-run victories, 7-5 and 10-8. And in both of those games, the East had a chance with runners in scoring position to tie and or win the game in the bottom of the 7th. But the West would hold on for the 2 wins, and now it's a 4-2 lead for the East, and the West has a chance to get one closer here on their home field, or at least one player. It's their home field anyway here at Bismarck Legacy High School. Once again, if you're just joining us, it's the 2019 third annual Shields North Dakota All-Star Softball Skills Competition live here on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. Certainly appreciate you tuning in. We love it if you check out our new website. It's msportsnet.com. msportsnet.com. If you put /ND Sports Channel at the end of that, you can get right to the ND Sports Channel page. You can also learn a little bit more about what we're doing here on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. We've launched a couple of other stations, one that will feature Minnesota teams, the Minnesota Sports Station, and then Magnitude Sports Radio will now be your home for all radio-only broadcast. We will not have any radio broadcasts on the ND Sports Channel or the Minnesota Sports Station. They will all be on Magnitude Sports Radio, but they're all at the same website. That's the easy part right there. And you can just hover over the stations button and click on the one of your choice. We're getting ready to start now. This is from the West. It'll be Kaylee Weigel for the Bismarck Legacy Sabres, and she's off. Once again, we'll get the times. After each round has been completed. Next up is Cameron Kuntz from the Dickinson Midgets.
That was Cameron Kuntz.
And if we had to make a guess, I'd say Cameron Kuntz was a little bit quicker on that one. But like I said, it's all a guess. Your guess is as good as mine. Now bring up J.C. Rostad for the Minot Magicians. Magets, I should say. Magicians are the boys' team. She'll touch on first, round hip towards second. Head on into third. Looking pretty steady, pretty confident there. She crosses home plate. Like her speed was consistent all the way around the bases there. A nice run by J.C. Rostad. And now Phoebe Garman from the Beulah Miners takes off. Touches on first. Once again, one of the rules, you do have to touch all 4 bags or you get disqualified. We had one runner almost get disqualified last year. And now from the west side, it's Grace Shear for the Valley City Highlanders. Now Peyton Richter from the state champion Central Cass Squirrels. Nice run there by Peyton Richter, and that'll bring up the West Fargo Packer, Lauren Diemert.
That was Peyton Richter. Here's Lauren Diemert now.
Once again, Mike Scogan is down there in the white hat. He's recording all the times. If you have any questions about the ball yard facility in Fargo, you can ask Mike. He will tell you all about it. And now the announcement. So we'll have one more runner here. Back over to the west side. Each player will get 2. Just kind of stumbled there. She went on first base. And now she rounds the other 3 bases cleanly. So once again, each runner will get 2 trips around the diamond. That was Weigel from Bismarck Legacy. And here's Cameron Kuntz from Dickinson. Hits the bag at second. Almost stumbled there, but regained her balance, and now she'll come around third and cross, and that'll stop the clock, and Scogan will send the hand signals up to the press box here, where Tim Howe will write down what those hand signals mean. JC Rostad from Minot takes off now. A nice clean run around the diamond there for Rostad for the Minot Magicians. That'll bring up Phoebe Garman now from the Beulah Miners for round 2, run number 2 of her home-to-home contest. Hits first. Nicely around third there. Nice momentum, carried her right flawlessly through that third base bag as she came in home there. And now back to the west side. It's Grace Shear from the Valley City Highliners. Shear stumbled over second last time around. This time she gets by second cleanly. And all around, all 4. Nice run there by the Highliner, and that'll bring up Peyton Richter, the Central Cass Squirrel. Richter seemed like she had a little bit of a slow start off home there. We'll see if that cost her or not. Picking up speed as she rounds third, and looks like she may have stumbled over third too. But then again, the view is partially blocked by the chain link there. Can only tell by my best judgment there. And now Lauren Diemert for the West Fargo Packers. Nice entry to first and around first, and the same for the opposite corner at third. Touches on home to stop the clock, and here comes the hand signals. 11.88, I think. If I read that correctly, I'm not 100% sure. So calculate the numbers here. See who's at the top and the middle and the bottom of the list there as far as the times recorded. We'll get an announcement soon here from our PA announcer on the official times. Once again, if you're just joining in, it's the 2019 Shields North Dakota Softball All-Star Skills Competition. It's the 2nd annual Skills Competition and the 3rd annual All-Star Series. Did this just kind of on the fly last year, as the results are now coming up to the press box. We'll have them shortly here, and we will pass those along to you. And here's your PA announcer with the results.
All right, official results from the home-to-home fastest runner competition. I'll go through each individual with their fastest time. Grace Shear, 11.60 was her fastest time. Peyton Richter, fastest time of 12.19. Fastest time for Lauren Diemert, 11.98. Fastest time for Phoebe Garman is 12.16. Fastest time for JC Rostad is 12 seconds flat. Fastest time for Cameron Kuntz, 11.39. And fastest time for Kaylee Weigel, 11.76. That means Kaylee Weigel with her 11.76 takes third and gets 1 point for the West. Grace Shear with a time of 11.60 takes second place and gets 3 points for the East. And the 2019 winner of the fastest runner from Dickinson, Cameron Kuntz. And Cameron scores 5 points for the West. Coming up shortly, here will be the infield throwing accuracy. I'll get you those contestants in just a second.
So the West now leads the East 6-3, if I calculated that right. And once again, whichever squad has the most points after all 4 skill competition events will be the winner. The West won it last year. As you can see, they're setting up nets now at first base. And this will be an infield throwing competition, infield throwing accuracy.
There's 8 total competitors in the infield throwing accuracy. Starting with the East, it'll be Amanda Raisler, Nicole Hurt, Kylie Washneski, and Lexi Boer. From the West, Sydney Lovelace, Erin Thompson, Lexi Kulzer, and Rachel Mischel. They'll get points for both putting it in the hole of the net and points if they hit the net. Something that misses everything completely is worth 0.
So there you go. There's 2 portions of the net that you're going to have to try and get the ball, aim the ball at on the throw over to first. And you'll get points based upon what part of the net that ball is sent to. And it'll be similar for the, if I remember correctly, it'll be somewhat similar for the outfield throwing contest. But it's been about a year, so I can't recall for sure. So So Cameron Kuntz, the winner of the home-to-home running contest, and now Mike Scogan from the ball yard is talking with the players there, explaining what exactly they have to do to score the points. And if I remember correctly from last year, too, they get points for not only the 2 that were mentioned there by our PA announcer, but also on a bounce. So if it takes 1 bounce into the net, they will get points onto that. If it takes more than 1 bounce, I believe that is scored as 0 points. We won't zoom in too far due to the fact that there's that post there, but we will do about like that. So we're gonna line up between second and third there, almost like as if they were playing the shortstop position. Mike Scogan will come back, and I don't remember, I don't see a bat out there, but I think he batted it out to him last year. And the West will start first. So all the players who are not active right now are in the outfield, and the one who will be making the throw will be on the infield. And I believe it's Sydney Lovelace from Bishop Ryan, who is our first contestant. First throw is into the net. Nice throw there by Lovelace. Scogan will bat the next one out. Lovelace will scoop it up and fire it right into the net. Nice throw. Here's the next one. Nice pick up there, and that one's a little bit high, went over the top. No points for that one. There's a 3-hopper. Scogan can bat a little bit better than that. Come on, buddy. Nice throw, though, there by Lovelace. And here's the next one. That one in on a bounce. I believe she gets partial points for that one. Nice grounder there by Scogan. And that one hits the top of the net and over. So I'll bring up our next contestant now. That one goes up a little bit high. That's Emma Thompson, I believe. And that one will miss. Nice scoop, throw. There we go. Got one. Nice throw there. Had trouble picking that one up. Fires it over and gets in for the points. And that will end it for Emma Thompson. That'll bring in our next contestant from the West. That one will miss. I believe it's Lexi Kulzer from Washburn who is throwing right now. And it would be. The maroonish red socks would confirm that. And now that she's turned around and I saw the name on the back of her jersey, that would confirm it even more. Nice throw there by Kulzer. Kulzer is going to attend Bismarck State College for nursing. That'll end her round, and we'll bring up our next contestant here. And that'll be Rachel Mischel of Bismarck Century, also graduated from Shiloh Christian. Rachel plans to attend the University of Mary and pursue a degree in chiropractic functional neurology. That means, in other words, she's probably going to make a lot of money if she succeeds at that, because anything you can't pronounce usually pays well. That's a nice throw there by Mischel, and that will end her turn. And now we'll see stars from the east side. I believe it's Amanda Raisler from the Kindred Richland Vikings who'll be our first contestant here, and it is. Amanda's going to go down south to South Dakota and look for study a degree in biochemistry this year. So far, so good here for Amanda Raisler. That one will bounce off into the net. Another grounder, nice pickup, and another bouncer into the net. That one will go up over the top. And that'll do it for Amanda Raisler. I believe that's Nicole Hurt from Hillsborough Central Valley, and it is. Nicole Hurt plans to go to Valley City State University and major in art education. As that throw goes a little bit high, Skogan will pop another one out to Nicole Hurt. Had a good year with the Burros this year. They had a tough loss in the semifinals of the state tournament to Central Cass, but it looks like they'll rebound from that and be competitive next year as well. Look to see the Burros in the state tournament once again, if not in a state championship game, because they've really improved over the last couple of years here. Head coach Corey Erickson has done a fantastic job on that program up in Hillsborough. Nice throw there. That is, I believe, a West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang. Suspicion was correct. It was Kylie Washneski. Nice throw there. Washneski is going to go to MSUM in Moorhead. Look to further education and occupational therapy and pursue softball. She'll be a Dragon just a few miles from home. Be within 15 minutes of home there. I'm sure the parents are pumped up about that. That is the Central Cass Squirrel. I believe that's Lexi Boer out there now. Boer, one loss in the regular season to Hankinson Tri-State, and then one loss in the All-Star game yesterday, and that's her only 2 losses of her high school career. Lexi Boer is going to go to North Dakota State University. She'll be a Bison and pursue a nursing degree. And that'll wrap it up for the West All-Stars here in round 1. as some of the East All-Stars will get that net. Get all the balls out of the net there, and Mike Scogan will bring the buckets out over to the east or the west dugout. And we'll wait the results here of that edition of the skills competition. And they will, I believe they'll set up for the outfield throwing competition now, as it looks like the stats are on their way up to the box right now. Feet coming up the steps, and the door opens, and the stats have arrived. Here's ND Softball All-Stars President Tim Howe with the results. And since he's the president, he can decide when he wants to announce those results.
All right, let's take a look at the results from the infield throwing accuracy. It was 3 points for every ball that goes in the hole of the net. 1 point if it hits the net, nothing if it misses the net. So I'll run through everybody, and then we'll again go through the finals. So Amanda Raisler, she picked up 8 points. Nicole Hurt finished with 7 points. Kylie Washneski finished with 13 points. Lexi Boer finished with 7 points. The 4 from the East Composite finished with 35 total points. Now for the West, Sydney Lovelace finished with 6. Erin Thompson finished with 8. Lexi Kulzer with 6. And Rachel Mischel with 11. You add them all together for the West, and that's 30 points. Now the finals results here, Kylie Washneski, she takes first place with 13. Rachel Mischel comes in second with 11. Erin Thompson and Amanda Raisler each tie for third with 8 total points. Coming up next will be the outfield throwing accuracy. It's 3 players from each side. Same scoring, just throwing from out in the outfield. For the West, it's Maddie Steckler, Kennedy Kuntz, and Cassidy Dudenhefner. And for the East, Elena Linster, Carrie Nisler, and Courtney Bull. Outfield throwing accuracy coming up here in just a couple minutes.
So once again, the same net that was set up over at first base is now set up at the home plate, and the players, the contestants, will throw in from the outfield there. It's Mike Scogan's out there directing the players on the rules. And we'll get updated point tallies here for you in a little bit. For right now, as of the home plate run-to-run contest, the West was leading 6-3.
3 points if it goes in on a bounce. 1 point if it bounces and hits anywhere else.
So there you heard it in the background, how the points will be scored here on the outfield throwing accuracy contest.
Scoring here is 5 points if it's in the air and goes in. 3 points on a bounce. And 1 point on a bounce if it hits anything.
So 30 points officially for the West on the infield accuracy throwing, 35 points for the East, and that puts the East in front by 2, 38-36. Right now the East is leading the West in the skills competition. The first throw comes in from, let's see here, let's take a look at who that is. And that's going to be Maddie Steckler from Bismarck High. She plans to attend University of Mary, but she has not told us anything specific as far as anything that she's going to study or anything like that. So all we know is that she'll be going to University of Mary, and we'll wish her the best of luck. Your next contestant is the Dickinson midget, Kennedy Kuntz. Kennedy Kuntz going to Dickinson State, will play softball there, a major in biology. Once again, you get the most points if you land it inside the net on the throw. And then off a bounce counts, and then off a bounce hits anywhere counts, and anything else is 0 if it misses everything. Nice throw there, excellent throw. I want to be a little bit off the mark. That was Cassidy Dutenhefner who was just throwing there a little bit ago. She wasn't in the roster, but I remembered from yesterday. I had to look it up. And throwing out is Elena Linster. Graduated from Oak Grove, played softball for Fargo Shanley. That throw was a little bit off the mark. Everybody chuckles at that one. This one a little bit better, but still missed. And that will be Carrie Nisler of the Thompson Tommies. Just missed to the right side of the net. Left side if you're watching on your home, Carrie's right side. And that one's right in. Nice toss there by Nisler. Another nice toss. 2 for 2 on 2 throws. Carrie's going to go to University of North Dakota up in Grand Forks, and she's going to study biology. And it looks like West Fargo Packer is going to be next here. Let's take a peek and see who it is. That'd be Courtney Bull. One of the starting pitchers for the West Fargo Packers, state champions on the Class A side, picking up their 21st title in 22 years. The only other team to win it in the Class A was the Minot Jets, and that was last year. If you look on the Class B side, you've only had 3 champions, and 2 of those 3 champions are represented here in this All-Star Series. That's the Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred Richland Vikings, and then the other one was the Enderlin Maple Valley Falcons. Or is it Maple Valley Enderlin? I keep forgetting which one comes first in softball versus football, but Enderlin is softball, I was just told. Enderlin Maple Valley in softball. And then if it's their football team, it's Maple Valley Enderlin. So I'll wrap up the outfield accuracy, the first part of it. We'll get some numbers right now. It was after the home-to-home run contest, it was 6-3 in favor of the West, but then the East got 35 points in the infield accuracy compared to just 30 for the West. And now the East leads 38-36, pending the numbers on this part of the skills competition. Once again, game 3 of the series is coming up here at approximately 5 o'clock. No, 5:30, excuse me. 5:30 is the scheduled time. And the results are just moments away. They're coming up the stairway to the press box right now. And the results have arrived. Folks will know momentarily here who scored how many points. And if the East can hang on to their lead or not, or if the West will get it back. Here's ND Softball All-Star President Tim Howe with the announcement of the results.
All right, here's a look at the results of the outfield throwing accuracy, starting with the East All-Stars. And Elena Linster, 9 total points. Carrie Nisler, 11 total points. Courtney Bull with 10 total points. For the West, Maddie Steckler picked up 4 points. Kennedy Kuntz had 5 points. And Cassidy Dutton-Hefner had 10 points. That means that in third place for the East, Elena Linster with 9. Tie for second between Courtney Bull and Cassidy Dutton-Hefner, both with 10. And the winner of the outfield throwing accuracy from the Thompson Tommies with 11 points, Carrie Nisler. In just a few minutes here, we'll have a modified home run derby. You can see there's a couple different zones out there. We'll probably see some balls hit over the fence, judging by the flag in left center. Hopefully everybody's car is safe.
All right, so while we await the added up numbers here for the outfield throwing contest, you can't see it over that middle bar there, but if we zoom in, you can see right there on the right above the metal bar there, you can see the yellow line with the orange cones, and then the further yellow line with the orange cones. So those are the 3 zones. You can get it into the outfield. I'm not sure if this is the official scoring, but from memory, this is what the scoring was for last year. It was 1 point to get it into the outfield, 3 points to get it past that second yellow line, and I believe it was 5 points if you knocked it out over the fence. And we'll see if that's the scoring system this year or not. All right, so the outfield accuracy throwing numbers are in. The West totaled up for 19 points. The East totaled up for 30 points. That extends the East lead from 38-36 to 68-55. So the East looking to win the skills competition after dropping it last year. And may or may not be fueled a little bit by the 2 losses yesterday in Fargo after they were undefeated prior to those 2 losses in the all-time series against the West, and now it's 4-2, and the West has a chance to make it 4-3 if they can win the game coming up at 5:30 today.
Here are the competitors in the modified home run derby. Starting with those from the West, we have Laken Stork, Seeley Rovig, and Lauren Gangle. From the East, Gabby Nelson, Becca Thompson, a couple of lefties there, maybe we can get the wind to switch, and Emma Johnson.
So, majority of the players out in the outfield, their primary task is just to get the balls back in so we can speed through the home run contest here as quickly as possible, or let's say that as efficiently as possible is probably the better way to put it. And the first contestant here for the West will be Seeley Rovig of Minot Bishop Ryan. Plans to go to Minot State University. She'll be a Beaver, and she'll major in nursing. So now Mike Scogan will explain the point system to the hitters here.
So you can take. All right, that's fine. Okay. So here's going to be the point total. Bomb is 5. The back rope, okay, is going to be 3. Where the red is standing, that's going to be 1.
All right, so it is exactly what we thought. They get it over the first yellow line, which is just a few inches past the infield. It's 1 point. If they get it out over the second yellow line, it's 3 points. And then if it's over the fence and out of here, it's 5.
Okay, great. Oh, it's 0. If you swing, it's 0. But if you take, that doesn't count towards your 10.
Foul balls, anything that's in front of that yellow line is going to be 0.
Okay, so for the West, we'll start.
Each batter will face 10 pitches.
Your order is Gabby, Becca,
In some cases, like if they don't swing at it, or if it's a bad pitch, it will not count as one of the 10. So I guess I was mistaken. It'll be Lakin Stork who will be our first batter. And that'll be a 0-point hit right there. Stork will fire that one up, and that should be worth 3 points as it goes all the way to the fence. Nice hit there by Stork, and that one will be another 3 points. And that one goes right back into the pitching guard there, back-to-back ones. I don't know if the guy pitching is on her bad side or not, but that one just barely made it over the second yellow line. I believe the one before that was only a single point. That one's 0 as it didn't reach out past the infield here. That one will not count. And that one's going up high, and that one has a chance, and that's the first one that's out of here. 5-pointer right there, and can she get back-to-back? No, not this time. That'll be good for 3 points as it hits the fence. Not a bad showing there for the Bismarck Demon. Check that. Yeah, the Bismarck Demon, Lakin Stork.
Now batting, Sealy Rovic.
Now Sealy Rovic will bat, and she will go to Minot State and major in nursing from the Bishop Ryan Lions. And that one's going to be hit up, and that'll be good for a 3-pointer. Or check that, a 5-point. No, 3-point, excuse me. That one's good for 1, so she has 4. That one will not count, so still remains at 4. Once again, my scoring's unofficial, but pretty close to accurate. That one, I think it just missed the second line, so I believe it was worth 1 point. That one will go all the way to the fence. That one, I don't believe, will escape the infield. Nope. That's a nice hit. Well, not enough to get over, but it will go all the way to the fence. That'd be a double if we were playing in a game here. And that one will go all the way to the fence. We've only had one go over so far. That was not the battle Lakin Stork.
Now batting, Lauren Gangle.
So Lauren Gangle will step up to the plate now. Mandan Braves going to go to Dakota College in Botno. Once again, each batter gets approximately 10 pitches. Like that one there doesn't count towards her 10, but that one does, at least I think. Still has 0 points, failed to get one out, and well, should be a good ground hitter, but need to get one up, get one a launch angle off that bat there. And having trouble doing so. There we go. Well, it got it popped up. And she is on the board. Rough day at the in the contest there, but she'll get the applause from the crowd as she does get a few points off that one. And now that will end the West All-Stars at bat. Now we'll see the East All-Stars.
Bring that bucket!
I think that's Gabby Nelson, but we'll double check here.
Where's your pitch? Middle in?
Inside, yeah.
And it is Gabby Nelson. We've seen her hit a few on the ND Sports Channel this year. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she gets more than one over the fence, but we'll see how the pressure gets to her here in the skills competition.
Now batting, Gabby Nelson.
So right now, Lakin Stark, the only one to hit one over the fence. That could change here. That one's up high and going back, and that one is inside the fence. Just barely, though. That one's gone. Forget about it. There's no doubt about that one there. That one will get over the three-point line. No, it won't. And that one, low line drive, and a little bit better launch angle, and it would have been out of here, but she will get points for that one. That one could have a chance, and yes, that's two now. And that one's gone. Forget that one. That's three. I hope nobody's driving down that road down there. So she has three. That one's popped up, and it did not leave the infield if you go by the colors of the turf. That one might be good for one for sure, maybe three. No, it'll fall short of the three-point mark. That one could maybe, no, it hit the top half of the fence there, and a good showing at the plate there for Gabby Nelson. Now that'll bring up the Valley City Highliner, and that is Becca Thompson. Becca Thompson
Now
had
batting, Becca Thompson.
a good showing of home runs on the ND Sports Channel as a junior, and I'm not sure how many she hit this year, but I don't think she hit any on any of the broadcasts that we did. So Gabby Nelson with three. That went over the fence. Gabby Nelson's going to go to St. Cloud State University to play softball and study special education. As far as Becca Thompson is concerned, she's just going to go down the road about 60 miles to Jamestown. She'll continue to play softball there and also major in special education. That one's good for 3 points. That one's good for one. And I think it did make it over the three-point line. Just barely, though. We'll say it was a three-pointer unless it comes back officially otherwise. No, just shy. I'll be good for 0. Nice hit there. That one's going to the fence, but not over. That one will fall just shy of scoring points. That one has a chance and it's gone. Nice hit there by Becca Thompson, and she will get one over the fence for sure. And that will do it. That's her 10. We'll have one more. Now one more is going to be Emma Johnson from West Fargo, Cheyenne.
Now batting, Emma Johnson.
And the Mustang is going to go to Concordia College in Moorhead and study biology and play softball for the Cobbers. Once again, our crowd mic is right behind home plate there. So all the ones that she doesn't swing at, you'll know it by the sound effect if you're not watching. That one's good for a point. And that one's definitely 3 points. One bouncer to the fence. And that one, no, I don't think it's going to get out of here, and that'll fall a little short, but good for 3 points. And that one might have a chance. Nice smash there, and yes, it's gone. It's left center on that one. Didn't quite get the swing she needed to send that one out of here. Emma Johnson has one over the fence. That one might have a chance. Let's take a look. Yes, that's 2 for Emma Johnson. And going to straightaway center. You betcha. Emma Johnson with 3, Gabby Nelson with 3, and
We'll just toss a bunch.
Sorry, I'm so picky.
That's okay.
How many more do I have?
Emma Johnson has 2 pitches to try and break the 3-3 tie with Gabby Nelson. Last chance coming up here, unless. And that one, let's see, will it do it? It will. She has 4, and Gabby Nelson has 3, according to my numbers here. We'll see if that matches up with the official numbers. Some nice hitting there by all of those hitters. That'll wrap up the skills competition. Some of the players that we didn't have a chance to discuss here, we'll just start at the top of the list. Carrie Nisler is going to go to University of North Dakota, major in biology. Emma Johnson, Concordia to play softball and study biology. Lauren Diemert from the West Fargo Packers, University of Jamestown, plays softball and major in computer science. Amanda Raisler to South Dakota State University. She'll be at Jackrabbit studying in biochemistry. Courtney Bowl from the West Fargo Packers will go to Mayville State University, about 40 miles up the road from Fargo, and pursue a degree in elementary education and play softball as well. And then Lexi Boer from Central Cass will attend NDSU for nursing. Kylie Washneski from the Cheyenne Mustangs will go to Moorhead State, Minnesota State University Moorhead, MSUM, let's go with that, in Moorhead to further her education in occupational therapy and pursue a softball career. Becca Thompson from Valley City is going to go to Jamestown, play softball and major in special education. And now here's Tim Howe with the announcements of the home run contest.
Here's the results from the Modified Home Run Derby. As you may have heard before, the range closest to the infield was worth 1. The range in the outfield was worth 3. Anything over the fence worth 5. We'll start with the West, Lake and Stork. Grand total of 18. Seeley Rovig with 16. Lauren Gangle with 1. Gabby Nelson with 29. Becca Thompson with 20. Emma Johnson with 31. So a clean sweep for the East, finishing 3rd place with 20 points, Becca Thompson. In 2nd place with 29, Gabby Nelson. And your Modified Home Run Derby winner with 31 points from West Fargo Cheyenne, it's Emma Johnson.
So Emma Johnson smacks 1 more out than Gabby Nelson does, and that puts her in front for the East. We'll wait for the numbers to be tallied up here for the home run contest, and then we'll give you your official score. At the moment, the East leads 68-55, pending the results of the home run contest. I would imagine that the East will claim it, but we'll wait for the official numbers for the official announcement. And then after we get those official announcements, we'll finish out the rosters here and where everybody is going and what they plan to do, if they plan on doing anything yet. All the winners of each of the contests will get a certificate too. And then we'll break shortly for a little bit, get things set for the game, and then be back on and bring you a great softball game here from the home of the Bismarck Legacy Sabres up here in North Bismarck.
That concludes our 2019 skills competition. Game 3 of the 2019 Shield Softball All-Star Series will start this evening at approximately 5:30 p.m.
All right, so the results are in for the home run contest now. The West totaled up for 35 points, while the East totaled up for 80 points. And that gives the East the victory as they outscore the West in points by a tally of 148 to 90. So the East and the West are 1-1 now all time in the skills competition. The West won it last year, and the East wins it this year. Game 3 of the NDSB All-Stars Series is coming up here in a moment. Let's go ahead and finish what we started here. We left off with Becca Thompson. Now Grace Shear, also from Valley City, will stay in Valley City at Valley State University and play softball there, and she is undecided in a major at this time. For Gabby Nelson, she will attend St. Cloud State University to play softball and study special education. For Peyton Richter from Central Cass, she'll play volleyball at Mayville State for the Comets and then pursue a degree in elementary education. For Nicole Hurt from the Hillsborough Central Valley Boroughs, she plans to go to Valley City State and major in art education. And Elena Linster from Oak Grove will seek a bachelor's and master's dual degree in biology at North Dakota State University. And that wraps up your college plans for the East All-Stars. For the West All-Stars, Kennedy Kuntz from the Dickinson Midgets will stay in Dickinson, played softball for Dickinson State, and major in biology. For Cameron Kuntz, her sister, they'll both go to the same college, and they will both play softball for the same team, just like they did in high school. And no official decision on any degree or anything at this time for Cameron Kuntz. J.C. Rostad from Minot will plan to attend the University of Mary and go and major in exercise science and earn a doctorate degree in physical therapy. Sydney Lovelace for Bishop Ryan will go to South Dakota State University for a degree in animal science. Phoebe Garman, the Beulah Miner, will plan after graduation is to go to North Dakota State University, major in elementary education. Rachel Mischel played for Bismarck Century, graduated from Shiloh Christian here in Bismarck, and she will attend the University of Mary and pursue a degree in chiropractic functional neurology. That's a tough one. Aaron Thompson from the Wilton Wing Miners will attend NDSU in Fargo for nursing. And then Lauren Gango from the Mandan Braves, who plans to go to Dakota College at Bottineau. No word on if she has anything decided for a degree at this time. Lexi Kulzer from Washburn will attend Bismarck State College for nursing. Kaylee Weigel from Bismarck Legacy will attend UND up in Grand Forks and pursue a career as a nurse practitioner or physician. And then Lakin Stork from the Bismarck Demons will plan to go to University of Mary to study radiology. And Celie Rovig from Minot Bishop Ryan plans to go to Minot State to major in nursing. And Maddie Steckler from the Bismarck Demons will go to attend the University of Mary. No word on what she's going to major in. And then Cassidy Dutenhefner, no word on what she's going to study in college, and at this time we're unaware of what college that she's going to go to. So that wraps up your West All-Stars. Once again, the East defeats the West in the skills competition. They were behind 6-3 after the home-to-home run contest, but then they would pick up 35 points in the infield accuracy throwing to take a 38-36 lead, as the West would only get 30 in the infield accuracy. In the outfield accuracy, the East won 30-19, moving their score up to 68-55 over the West. And then in the home run contest, 80 points for the East, 35 points for the West, bringing us to the final score of 148-90. So the East wins the West. East and West are tied 1-1 in the skills competition. And Game 3 of the 2019 third annual Shields North Dakota Softball All-Star Series is coming up here in approximately 30 minutes. We'll go offline for about 15-20 and then be right back for that game here on the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Multimedia Network. Thanks so much for watching. It was a fun one. We hope to do it again next year, and we will. We promise. Talk to you soon.